On a cold Saturday afternoon in March 1911, New York City buzzed with the restless energy of a growing nation. Factories humming, streets crowded with immigrants chasing the American dream. And high above Washington Place, inside a 10-story building known as the Ash Building, nearly 500 young garment workers, mostly teenage immigrant girls, were bent over sewing machines at the Triangle Shirtwaist Factory, stitching delicate blouses for wealthy customers they would never meet. Unaware that in less than 20 minutes, their workplace would become one of the deadliest industrial disaster sites in American history. The factory owners, obsessed with preventing theft and unauthorized breaks, had locked several exit doors, a common but deadly practice at the time. And as piles of fabric scraps accumulated beneath wooden tables and oil-soaked floors, the building quietly turned into a tinderbox, waiting for a spark. And that spark came shortly before 5 p.m. when a small fire ignited in a scrap bin on the 8th floor, likely from a discarded cigarette. And within seconds, flames leapt upward, fed by fabric, paper patterns, and a rush of trapped oxygen, spreading faster than anyone could react. Workers screamed and ran, but panic meant locked doors, jammed exits, and a single narrow fire escape that twisted and buckled under heat before collapsing entirely, sending bodies falling 9 stories to the pavement below as horrified crowds gathered on the streets, watching helplessly as young women appeared at broken windows, their dresses on fire, forced to choose between burning alive or jumping into the open air. And one by one they leapt, some holding hands, some clutching rosaries, their lives ending in seconds before fire trucks arrived with ladders that reached only the 6th floor. Inside, chaos ruled as smoke filled lungs and blinded eyes, workers piling against locked doors while others tried to crawl across floors already collapsing beneath the heat. And when the fire was finally extinguished just 18 minutes after it began, 146 people were dead. 123 women and 23 men, most between the ages of 14 and 23, their dreams of opportunity reduced to ash on a city sidewalk. Yet the tragedy did not end with the flames, because as funerals filled New York streets and thousands marched in silence carrying signs reading, "We want justice," the nation was forced to confront the brutal cost of unchecked industrial greed. And although the factory owners were later acquitted in court, public outrage ignited a reform movement that transformed American labor forever, leading to new fire safety laws, workplace regulations, and the birth of modern labor protections that still save lives today, proving that while the Triangle Shirtwaist Fire exposed the darkest side of progress, it also forged change through the sacrifice of ordinary people whose voices were finally heard, reminding America and the world that safety, dignity, and human life must never be locked behind profit.